Well, it's almost ready. What is it?
Oh, I'm just trying to decide where Dave's place should be tonight. I know. I think I'll put him in Dad's old chair. Would you mind that, Ben?
Mind what?
If I put Dave at the head of the table tonight instead of you.
No, I don't mind, but right now it doesn't make a whole lot of difference. Dave just left. What did you say to him, Terry?
And now there's us.
Us.
Yeah. You and me. We're an us now.
Oh.
Oh, what?
Just oh?
Is that a no oh or a yes oh?
Who is it?
It's me, Gil. Stacy?
Gil, this isn't a good time. I'm busy.
Stacy, your father came to talk to me today, and I don't think you're going to have to hear what we discussed with me out here. Beginning to wonder if you're going to let me in at all.
What did he say to you?
Look, before we get into that, I want to tell you that I love you, and I really miss you.
Dad didn't really talk to you. You just said that to get me to let you in.
No, he did. I wouldn't lie to you. He talked to me about Amber. He wants me to marry her.
I know.
You do?
He said the same thing to me. I just didn't believe he'd actually tell you.
Well, the whole idea is insane. You know that, don't you?
Is it?
Of course it is. It would ruin my life. And hers, too. I don't love her.
But she's pregnant. And that's what really matters, isn't it?
To your father, yes. But you are what matters to me.
Even if that were true, it doesn't guarantee our future.
Don't say things like that, Stacy.
I mean it, Gil. It's not like I'm competing with Amber anymore. I can deal with that. But I'm competing with your child for you.
The kid isn't even born yet. And Amber's dead set on getting an abortion.
Don't think she couldn't change her mind.
She won't.
And what about you? You still don't want your child either?
I didn't realize he would leave.
Yeah, he said he didn't think it was a good idea to stay for dinner.
Well, maybe it was for the best.
What'd he do, Terry? Make fun of your salad?
I can't help him, Ben. Look, he needed some personal advice, and I told him I thought I was the wrong person to help him, that's all.
Mom, that's what happened when I came in. That's what was wrong, wasn't it? Whatever's happened between you and Dave.
Nothing has happened between me and Dave.
Mom, why won't you open up to me?
Lori, this is no time for us to have a heart-to-heart talk. We've got hungry guests waiting for dinner.
Mom, I know what you're doing. You're keeping all of your feelings balled up inside of you, and you're acting as if there's no one in the world you can talk to.
Talk to you about what?
Well, I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Look, aren't you and Dave friends anymore?
Of course we are.
Well, then what's with the cold shoulder? I mean, it isn't like you.
Look, I just don't think it's wise that Dave tells me about everything that's happening between him and Kate. Every time there's a problem between them, he comes to me.
Maybe that's because he knows you're going to listen to him.
Yes, well, so will Reverend Whitman, and I suggested that he tell him.
Okay. I saw him talking to Reverend Whitman at church last Sunday.
Good. Then he will hear exactly what he needs.
Well, maybe he needs to hear a woman's opinion. I mean, like the time that you helped him find that gift for Cade, and you've prayed with him about so many
Lori,
things.
I can't be his confidant. I know how he thinks and what he feels. I know that the slightest things hurt him. It's almost like the closeness that your father...
I know. I know. You know, Dave does remind me of Dad sometimes, too.
Fine. Then we see similar qualities in the man.
Yeah. And because he has those similar qualities, it's gotten you a little confused about him.
Dave is not Scott. Your father's dead, and a part of me died with him.
I know it did. Because you chose to let it. And, Mom, that side of you can come to life again if you will just let another man into your life.
There can't be another man in my life, Lori.
Well, I believe there can be. And I believe that he can be as special as Dad ever was. And as special as Dave is. Now, I know that Dave is out of the picture. I wonder if he has a brother.
I'm just looking for the best possible solution to the problem so that you and I can get on with the rest of our lives.
Marrying Amber is one of those solutions.
I don't believe this. Now you're siding with your father?
No, just looking at the triangle from all three sides.
There is no triangle, Stacy.
Oh, that's right. The shape is now a square. Have to make room for baby.
You don't have to put yourself through this torture, you know.
I'm not. It's being very nicely done for me.
Can't you see what she's doing? She's winning. This is exactly what she wants. I can't even touch you anymore. She's trying to break us up.
Maybe we should have not started seeing each other.
You don't mean that.
I don't know what I mean anymore. There I was between fantasy and reality with you. Between the best of both of them. You accepted me just the way I was, the way I looked, thought, everything. And then I became what you saw I could be. Someone beautiful, you said.
I still believe that.
Well, I'm not feeling it anymore, Gil. It's like I'm waking up.
I love you. And I can't lose you.
And you can't have me either. Not with the way things stand between you and Amber. Look, maybe you better go now. Please, it's getting late.
Do me a favor, will you?
What?
Forgive me.
Good night, Gil.
I thought I heard voices in here.
Well, there's an Amber. What brings you by?
Looking for Lee. Is he here?
He isn't here. Hello, Amber.
Andrea?
Actually, Lee should be relaxing over dinner with your mother along about now.
He's out with Mother?
I was here when they made the reservations.
Well, it's the best news I've heard in several days.
Let's go in Lee's office. I'll tell you all about it.
Please do.
Andrea, would you mind checking Lee's briefing book? Make sure all those stats he needs are right up front.
I'll get right on it, Sebastian.
Well, looks like Mother may finally be coming back to her senses.
Not quite. Amber, your mother has some sort of flamboyant idea of helping Lee with his stand on prison rehabilitation. Now, I'm afraid this dinner is just some sort of bait that she's going to try to hook him to hire some probationary jailbird.
Well, who cares as long as they're out together?
Yeah, but if we run into trouble, guess who the one is going to be to have to smooth things over?
You worry too much, Sebastian.
Well, I like playing it safe. Chances are when you do, you usually come out a winner.
Right now, we can't lose.
What do you mean?
I have a feeling that this dinner engagement won't be just business. I have a hunch that Mother is there with Lee because things aren't going so well lately with Dave.
Are you sure?
I should be. I'm the reason they aren't.
Listen, Mrs. Davidson, why don't I just take this out for you?
Oh, thanks, Russ.
You know, you ought to be doing that.
I am.
Hey, watch your manners.
Well, I've got to keep my stomach from grumbling. Can't you hear it?
Shouldn't be long now, Ben. Say, Peter hasn't left again, has he?
No, he's upstairs with Scotty. Think he's peeing that diaper on yet, Ben?
I doubt it. He's probably still reading the instructions.
Oh, poor Pete. Ben, how could you do that to him?
He volunteered.
Heck, I was about to. I've changed him from wet to dry at the clinic all the time.
Oh, that sounds adventurous.
Yeah.
What do you do there anyway?
You name it, he does it.
Except examine patients. Which kind of made me want to check back into med school again.
It's not a bad idea. We could use another doctor down at the clinic.
Would you be willing to practice there, Russ, if you went back to med school?
Sure, why not? It's as good a place as any to start out.
Dave and I wouldn't have to break you in. You already know the setup.
Yeah, do
Who
I?
have you broken in?
I mean, certainly not Lucy or Ione.
Ione. Oh, I forgot to call her about the custody hearing. Oh.
Well, it was full of surprises.
Did you talk to her?
Yes. Harold Webster starts his defense for Miriam tomorrow.
Which means another day at the clinic without Mrs. Redland. Guess we better gear up.
Yes. You know, I really don't know how this case is going.
Bad for Miriam?
Well, one of the surprises today was Bab's testimony.
Babs, that's odd. I didn't think Harold was going to call her.
He didn't. Charles Carpenter's lawyer did, highlighting all of her past work on the streets.
To discredit Miriam.
And the company she keeps. And Babs isn't even doing that anymore.
That's the strategy. We may read about it tomorrow in the paper.
Yeah, we may even read about you tomorrow in the paper.
About me.
Mm-hmm. Told a reporter today about how you saved Nancy's life.
You did? Gene's doing another story?
No. This wasn't anybody from the Chronicle. The Kingsley Times this time. And from what I told them about how you did the tracheotomy there at the accident, followed through with the surgery at the hospital, well, I would tend to think that people are going to start treating like you came up with a cure for the common cold. Lester can't help but call you back on the staff, Ben.
Don't count on that, Russ. Especially if this article appears in print.
Why are you back here again?
Believe me, I don't want to be, but it's necessary.
Some more inoculation shots, but that doesn't make them any more pleasant.
Look, I don't want to have another fight, okay, Amber?
So you had one with Stacy then?
Let's leave her out of this.
Glad to. Can you?
Look, I just need to get a couple of things straight. Can I do that?
You can do anything you want. I don't care.
There's one thing I need to know.
If you're going to ask me one more time whether or not I'm really
Look,
pregnant...
I know you're pregnant.
Did you talk to Dr. Galvin?
No, I took your word for it.
Well, that's a switch. Go ahead.
Do you really want to abort
Our little fetus? Why not get rid of it? I certainly don't want it, neither do you. Do you?
What if there was another option?
You want me to have this baby?
Well, it's mine, too. And I was just
Yeah,
thinking...
and my body, taking up my space. Come on, Gil, make up your mind. Are you asking me to keep it?
I'm asking you to think things through before you do anything.
Working late, eh?
Lee, you're back.
Where's Sebastian?
Gone.
I'm glad I waited.
But I told you I'd come back.
I know, I just
But
wasn't...
you really didn't believe me, did you?
I believed you. It's just that Kate was in one of her clinging moods today.
Well, she just may be softening up, that's all.
Great.
I mean, she is essential if I'm going to win this election.
What about us?
She's not going to disturb us.
You know, I don't like the way she's planted herself in this campaign.
Neither does she. That's why I have to keep an eye on every move she makes.
Well, you don't have to do that with me because we're already on the same wavelength.
We are.
We never get our signals crossed because you send and I receive.
Just as simple as that.
It's always simple when you enjoy what you're doing. What are we doing later?
Oh, like you said. I'm sending and you're receiving.
My place?
It's a great idea. I have a good idea, too.
What's that?
So, how's Scotty?
Oh, he's sound asleep.
So did you, you didn't sing to him again, did you?
Lori, he likes my singing.
Yeah, well, he's just not old enough to know any better.
I used to sing to you all the time when we were dating.
Don't remind me. I like kisses better.
Now you tell me, what are you reading here?
I am reading your medical journal.
Ah, the tracheotomy and other emergency procedures.
Yeah, I just wanted to know more about it.
Well, you could wait until tomorrow morning and read it in the Times, like Russ said.
Honey, Russ didn't know he wasn't supposed to say anything.
I know. I don't blame him for anything either.
You're worried, though, aren't you?
I guess. Lester has a way of doing that.
Well, you don't need to worry. Nancy is alive just because of you. And God needed you, and you were available, and He used you.
Yeah, he must have used me, because I certainly don't have enough strength to do it on my own. You know, I don't even remember if it ever tightened up on me.
You know, I was telling Carla that I was praying this prayer about your hand. And I prayed every day that you'd be able to use it again like you did before. And you did.
Just like before.
And these skills are not going to go to waste, Ben. Honey, you are needed. Everything's gonna work out. You'll see.
Why are you so good for me?
Because you're so good for me. I love you.
I love you too. Why don't you turn out the light?
My apartment is just a little bit more comfortable, though.
Well, why don't you convince me a little?